What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Morning Brew podcast. I'm your host, Kayla, and I'm interviewing creatives every other week to bring you a conversation about the human experience behind their art. Before we get started, make sure that you're following the Morning Brew podcast on Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. This week, I'm bringing you an interview with my new friend, Jennun, who's a Latin pop artist from Austin. I hope you enjoy this conversation. It was super fun. All right, hello and welcome to the show. I'm super excited to chat with you. We met through a mutual friend, Mickey. Would you mind starting with your name and where you're from?
My name is Jennun. I am a Latin pop artist, originally from Brenham, Texas, but I now live in Austin, Texas.
Awesome. And you have a lot of really cool things going on right now. So let's just jump right in. Tell me about your debut album, which just came out a couple months ago.
Yes, I released my first debut album, Mejor Sola, on September 29th, and what a dream come true that was. And I just want to talk a little bit about like how that even came to be.
Yes, please
Uh,
do.
I'm not sure if that felt out of nowhere for some people, but so basically, I'm in the Grammy U program, right? And this year, for their 20th year anniversary, they allowed Grammy U members to submit for a Grammy. And I kind of heard that news and I was like, okay, I have been saving up all this music, right, for 3 years, three
Yeah.
years in the making. And I'm like, you know what? I think it's just time to let it go and get it off me and just like give it to the world. And I used, yeah, that opportunity to just shoot for the stars and really give it my all to like package the album, to come up with a storyline behind it, to order the songs, to creating visuals, yeah, I did not know what I was in for. And like no one told me to just put out an album, but I was like, I feel like everything is here and ready. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna release it. And then after the album, I made sure it was in the time frame so that I could be eligible to submit some of that music uh, for Grammy consideration.
That's so cool. And you mentioned that this album has been in the works for 3 years. Tell me a little bit more, like, how did you start this process and, like, how did you, come to finish it?
So I started this process by some people just kind of asking me if, I made music, and when we met, I was doing photography. And then after my first studio session, I was like, I feel like this is what I'm supposed to do with my life. And this really stems from way back as a child and even in high school, where I sang Imagine by John Lennon in front of the whole school. Mind you, like, I did not grow up a singer per se. I didn't even know I could sing until around like high school when I auditioned for a musical, and then the choir teacher was like, "You have a voice. You need to join the choir." And I was like, "I don't really sing. I just kind of like to act." And then from there, it's been history. And then, yeah, senior year, I sang Imagine by John Lennon, and I felt this like it felt like energy, but just this sensation that kind of felt like this go up and down my body, like really, really fast as I was singing. And I was like trying to process what was happening to me while I was on stage singing in front of my 300 something plus class. I was definitely different, and that day really just put into me that I feel like what I'm supposed to do is sing. And then I had a whole college career after high school. I was in choirs and, changed majors a lot. But then coming to and moving to Austin, and people kind of recognizing this thing that was different about me was something that I just kept exploring. So diving into that, and then I began to work with other producers and just kind of still find my style. And I honestly don't feel like I've found my true voice yet. I know my interests and I know what I can do. So now it's just sharing. I'm very
Yeah.
multifaceted, and now it's just sharing. And I don't know if you got a chance to listen to the album.
I got to listen to some of it, yeah.
So yeah, I start the album off with an opera piece, an original composition. It was actually my very first composition that I made by
That's so
myself,
cool.
and it felt like out of like the songs aren't even in the order that I made them in, but I feel like this was just years of like me trying
Yeah.
and doing something and expressing myself and how I felt in those times. And now I'm after like putting myself through that fire, I feel like I can work faster. I feel like I can work more efficiently, and I've really just this whole process has taught me to save time because I don't have much of it.
I totally feel that. What was the biggest challenge for you in like making this album a reality?
I'm an independent artist. I have no idea what I'm doing. I've never done this before. I literally just was like, I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna figure it out.
I felt that
I'm
in my
gonna figure
soul.
out how to do it. And I did have some interns help me with this process and some good friends. So I didn't complete the packaging of this album completely on my own. And obviously I worked with many different producers, engineers. So it was a lot of people that kind of helped to make this reality. But for the most part, I just kind of ran with my idea and was thankful for anyone who was willing to be a part of the journey.
That's so great. Is there a song or a line in a song that you are particularly proud of?
Lyric wise, or like the way, or like the melody, like the way I said it, because
Honestly,
I
both.
wrote lyrics and also like the way that I sang it. And I think okay, so my favorite song is Mejor Sola, which is what the album is based around. And I chose that, and I have so many people be like, "Well, why'd you call it that? Like, you're not doing this by yourself." And I'm like, "Listen, I'm telling the story here." Like, so the story is that I just like feel very alone, and this process and like being an artist is very lonely. Like, I'm pretty sure any artist listening or watching this right now will relate to this because bringing your vision to life is a very intimate and personal journey. And I start off the song saying, translating from Spanish, "I'm tired, I'm frustrated, I don't want to know about you." And it's just kind of how I feel about the world. And I still have this little emo kid in me that is just very tired and frustrated, misunderstood, judged, bullied. Like I still face all that. And what I'm learning now as an adult is how to cope and how to move forward through the trauma and the pain. And truly, that's something that, like, yes, I have friends and I have support from my community, but it's truly something that you have to do it on your own. Like, as many times as I call my parents, because I've been really going through a rough time in my life right now. Even though I'm doing a lot and everything's good, I'm still like really struggling mentally. And like, I call my parents like every other day, and like, I was never like close with them growing up. Like, they were always there, always loving, but like, I didn't really share or express myself. And so, creating music has taught me to just say how I feel, however it feels.
Yeah.
And it's a platform where it's acceptable because I have gone the majority of my life feeling like what I have to say is not acceptable or
That's
allowed.
really beautiful. It is such a taboo topic for people to talk about, like, in person, but when you have it in the form of, like, art and self-expression, I feel like it's way easier for people to accept and relate, and then you find that there's actually so many other people going through, like, similar things, and I think that's where you find that you and your music can really help other people going through similar stuff, so I think that's beautiful.
That and we forget like I forget that there's people going through what I go through, and lately in this season I've been attending I've been in some classes and some growth cohorts, some business classes, music, educate, like a lot of different things to educate myself and to kind of step back and realize that I'm not alone and there are so many other people just like me who desire this path of life. And though being a first generation Mexican American, there's much that my parents can't tell me because they just literally don't know. They just literally haven't experienced it.
That's so
And
true.
I'm kind of just stepping into the unknown and it's super risky. And you don't know how many times my parents were like, "Are you okay on money?" And I'm like, "Well," but I don't like ask for money because like I'm certain in like where I'm going, like what will be. And because I've known this since I was really young, I've just always felt this way. But I just didn't know like what the creative outlet was until moving to Austin and stepping into a studio. I hope that when people listen to the album, they really listen. Of course, have fun and dance because I feel like I make music for people who feel outcasted, like I
Sure.
do, who feel like they don't have a place where they fit in, who have been bullied, who feel like like their confidence has been shot. So my music is created with love and many emotions and pain and to really just relate to people and share with them that there are people who understand you. And I know it's really isolating in today's day and age, and it just really doesn't feel like it. And I know I can't be the only one who feels that way.
Yeah, you're totally not alone. Like the world is so brutal, and I feel like not a lot of creators will talk about it because there's so many people that want to tear you down. And I think that it's so special when, people like you create a safe space for people to kind of build themselves back up. And I think that's really special.
I'll tell you this too, like I've faced a lot of judgment, and just fear of being who I really am. And I hope that the way that I live my life is just like a testament to show other people who resonate with me at all in any way that really anything is possible. Like if you have a desire to do something, I believe you should do it and discover why like this is put in you.
Yeah.
And I think making music is more than just the way it sounds. Though that's a really good part of it. That's a really fun aspect of it, but to me I really I will get stumped on lyrics. Like I will get stuck sometimes because I'm like I just want to say the perfect thing. Like this is not just whatever to me. Like this is so serious. Like my music is so serious and it will be permanently out there for the end of time for anyone who stumbles across it to experience my emotions with me.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you're doing the thing. You did it. You've got a album, and like that's super cool. And at the time of recording this, right? Like, you're about to head to the Latin Grammys to promote your album. Is that right?
I am, and I'm super excited, super nervous.
Girl, that's
Most
so fucking cool.
I've spent these past 2 weeks like getting stylist help, trying to order things that I still need, trying to finish more songs, like get more content. I shot a music video. Like I've been doing so much in 2 weeks, just trying to again give it my all. And like with anything that I do, I really try my best to do well in it because that's the type of person I want to be. And I'm also learning to be authentic in the way that I show up as well because for instance I just got off work and I had like a couple minutes to get ready but I was just like trying to do my best with what I have. So I hope that other people can also take that from me and apply that into their own lives is to just do their best with whatever they have. What I think what we have is enough and I feel like living in a world where you can constantly compare yourself and feel like you're never enough, it's important to really sit and reflect. And I'm really bad at doing that because I'm going. And I'll be honest, like I'm so bad at sitting and reflecting. You don't know how many people's names I've forgotten. It's truly embarrassing, but it's because I have so many things that I'm doing at a time. Like getting back to emails, texts. Like my parents are even like, "Well, I texted you, you didn't respond." And I'm
Oh my
like, "I got
god.
like 30 other texts like that you're buried under." Like I truly do. And I'm like, just one human being.
That's yep. I get like overstimulated if there's too much stuff I have to respond to, and I'm like, okay, just send like 2 emails today, and then look at the rest tomorrow.
It's truly a journey, and I'll say that everything up to now just feels it feels right, but it feels scary, and I feels like, am I ready? you know?
I think
But
yes. I think you are. Like I feel like the things that were meant for you will like come to you when you're ready for them. And I think that the universe is trying to tell you like you are ready for the next like big step. Like I believe that in my heart of hearts for sure.
it's very scary, and mentally just kind of trying to prepare myself has been the hardest part of it all. Because what if I disappoint somebody? What if I, let like don't show up for someone, or what if I can't make it to this event, or what if I just literally haven't been on like Facebook or something and I didn't even know that like my uncle died, like
Yeah. The what ifs are crazy.
but I know, like, end of the day, like my purpose and what I'm doing is like I just want to show people, yes, this Mexican American girl who grew up in a small country town and has many different influences of music can do it, do whatever she wants.
Period.
Not only that, but do it well and professionally. Even though I like to be unhinged sometimes, but I'm still trying to figure out how to mesh myself with
Hey, that's
the rest of stuff.
sometimes you gotta go a little bit off the rails to get stuff to work out, to be fair.
Yeah, and I'm like, there's not even a rail. I feel like I'm just running on the clouds. Like, I think of like Mario.
Okay,
That one
I get
level,
that.
that one hard level where there's like the mushrooms that you bounce on in the clouds, but they
Dude,
also move. Yeah,
I
like
know
that's how
exactly
I
what
feel.
you're talking about.
That level is how life feels.
Yep, life is a life is a really hard level of Super Mario Brothers. You just dropped your second ever music video. How do you decide which song is gonna get a video?
That song was not even one of the most popular, but I really love that song. So because I love it, I will invest my own time, money, and energy into creating something that I love.
As you should. Because that's
And
like the original idea, right? Is to do it like for you.
so that music video was literally, I came up with the concept the day of, didn't even plan that a whole 24 hours. I feel like I work really well under pressure. Like you give me a topic and what we got to do, and I'm like, and then I just like look around my house and I'm like, this and what about this, and then I just start like thinking, um, and that came together super nicely, like even cooler than I imagined. And I have another one that I just finished coming up. I don't know when I'm dropping it yet, but anyway, I'm still debating. But like I know in the business aspect, I'm supposed to wait a month before I drop it. But I don't care. Do I have to follow the rules all the time? Like I'm getting really tired of following the rules. I'm sorry. I'm getting really tired of that.
Rules
And
are silly.
but the thing is, like, I understand why there are rules, but also I feel like I'm an exception, and like call me rebellious for that, but like I really don't know many people living the lifestyle that I live and like doing as much and really having like the reason behind all this is because I want to be great. Because I came from parents who Never had these opportunities. So with the whole rise in like Mexican music and Latin music coming up, it's like this is literally like dreams. Like things that people never thought could be. And especially living in a small town where no one, like, I did not come from music or money or anything. Like, I built my way. And I'm going to keep building my way, whatever that looks like.
Yes, girl. As you should. And that's what makes it like even more like something to be proud of because like you did this and that's really really cool.
No one told me to do it. It's like, really, like, when my parents, like, my parents used to get on to me and they're like, you're in too many clubs, as everyone does like, I do a lot, okay? I just love it. I don't know. I'm crazy. I am.
Busy.
I know that. That's fine. But they were like, well, we don't have the money right now for you to do this in this club. And I'm like, but I have to, like, I just have to express myself, you know? And I think, part of that stems from, like, growing up sharing a room with two sisters. So it was three of
Ooh,
us
yeah.
in a two-bedroom house. Like, I never felt like I had the space to be myself. So now I
I
want it
feel
all,
that.
you know?
Get it, girl.
And I know it's possible.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just
absolutely.
continuing and, like I said, doing my best, doing everything I possibly can, even if I don't sleep, even if I take off too much work and I'm just barely, like, I really don't care because I know that I'm doing this to uplift others. And I really just hope, like, I really hope that whoever's watching this, like, truly, like, even takes one little baby step to, like, reach that goal, even if it's a little goal, even if it's like, I have never gone skiing, I want to try that. Like, even if it's like saving up like $1 a day until
Yeah.
make that trip, even if it's like working, I don't know if people have to do this, but 80 hours a week just to like make this thing happen at this time. Like, I've always been like a big hustler, but now I feel like I am being called to learn how to rest because I don't know how to do that.
I feel that. We respect the hustle.
So I can teach you how to hustle. Now somebody else needs to teach me how to rest.
How did you land on the name Genuine?
Ooh, I love this question because that's all I want to be. I just want to be genuine. Like, I just want to be fully myself. And the way that I spelled it, because it's a different spelling from the traditional genuine, it's spelled Jennun. And to me, it's like a play on words of my name and then UN, like to me, are you in, like together, like united, like united, if we could all just be genuine, you know, be our real selves, I feel like it would be a better place instead of always kind of masking or lying or hiding in facades, like trying to be too cool. Like, it was it was my differences that I learned through being an artist. That every single thing that I was bullied for, everything that made me stand out was my superpower. And it's very mind boggling, and I still don't quite understand it yet, but I'm working at it. But I hope that everyone else can desire that too, like to be your full true self, to be
Yeah,
like genuine.
I love that. So the last segment that I do is called Artist Ask Artist. So the last guest has a question for you. And then
Oh,
you get
okay.
to ask anything you want for whoever's next.
Oh,
So,
okay.
okay, so this question for you comes from Brandon from Wave Station, which is also an Austin band.
Okay.
And he asks if you could have your next song or album blow up like a ton of streams, but it has to be uploaded by a totally anonymous profile. So you like couldn't claim any credit for it. If it blew up, would you still write it?
If I didn't have any credit for it, would I still write it?
Yeah, like if you could write something that totally blew up, but no one would know that it was you, would you still do it?
I think I would. And literally, I think on my way back home, I was thinking about sometimes I think about a name change because I know I have other voices in me. I don't know, well, if anyone knows Young Lean, like he's also like Jonathan Lean and Dodmard. So he has like other different, you know, personas that make different
Yeah.
types of music. And I kind of wonder if I need to do that because I kind of feel like my algorithm got really messed up and is really messy, and I get some really, really, really bad, low quality rap in my um, algorithms, and I really hate it, and it really makes me mad, Spotify. But I'm trying to push into like moving into this like underground feeling, but pop, like club life, because that's what I like and I enjoy. But I
Okay.
also really feel like I have this very big, great traditional ranchera voice in me that I just never had the right people to show me and allow me to be free to like, well, not that people have to do that for me, but maybe I just haven't tapped into it because I feel like I want to be with a group because music is communal.
Ooh,
Again,
I got you. Okay.
the whole thing behind Genuine is like this is together stuff. Like we go through this together. Like not it's not just this is my life and you get to observe my life. Like no, this is like we are going through life as we are, and music is to be felt together as well and made.
Totally.
Did I
That's a great
answer?
answer. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know if I answered it, but I will say yes, I would still write the song even if I didn't get credit and it blew up because then I would just hear everyone like sing it and I'd be like, "Oh, y'all
It'll
like that?"
be your little
You
secret.
know? Yeah.
I love that. Okay, and so now you could ask whatever you want for the next guest.
Okay, next guest. If you could have a breakfast named after you, what would be on the plate?
I love that. I love a
What's
breakfast.
a breakfast?
And lastly, I like to give artists a space for shameless self promo. So anything you want to plug, like where can people find you? What do you have going on? All that stuff.
Yes, you guys. Thank y'all so much for listening. My name again is Genuine. You spell that Jennun. You can find me on all streaming platforms. You can Google me. And yeah, again, Jennun. It's a little bit different on Instagram and TikTok. It's JENN.U.N because someone took the username. I've been trying to block them and like get them like, but
How rude of
just
them.
have to. I think like they don't even use it anymore. Like I think it's just a dead account that I
They should give it to you.
give it give it a couple years and hopefully I can have it. But for and because people keep like messing up like people on flyers, sometimes people be like and JENN.U.N. I'm like, no, that's not my name on streaming platforms. It's just my user. But it's okay. I don't blame them because I'm just different. It just makes it more memorable.
That's so funny. I'll link everything in the description below too, so it's easier for people to find. Hell yeah! Well, thank you so much for joining. I've really enjoyed talking with you.
Thank you, Kayla. And sorry I couldn't like meet you in person yet. I've just been so busy with this, you know. It's
You're
like
all
I
good. One of these
barely have
days.
time to breathe, but I if you literally even just see me walking around Austin, just be like, "Hey," like just come up to me and then, you know.
I will definitely do that. that's all for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for listening. I'm gonna link all of Jennun's socials and music below in the description so that you could check out her and her awesome music. Be sure to tune in next time for our season finale with my new friend Nathan Stevens from the band Makaija. If you haven't already, make sure you're following the Morning Brew Podcast on Instagram, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts so you don't miss this one-of-a-kind season finale.